Welcome back. The Nifty is now closer to 22,600. M&M is the top gainer, up more than 2%. On the way down, the correction or profit booking in Hindalco continues. Hindalco is down more than 3%. But Manisha is now here with us for the latest on commodities. Manisha.
Well, thank you for that. I'm looking at the crude oil prices where we have seen gains for coming in for a second straight day. Remember, it was on Friday that we saw the crude oil prices decline by 2.7%. But the last two sessions, including today, has seen some gains come back. We are trading above $75 a barrel for the Brent crude oil prices. Well, support comes in from the fact that the U.S. is looking to impose more sanctions on Iran oil. That could mean disruption in supplies. The other important factor clearly comes in from Russia-Ukraine conversations. From what we know right now via reports is that the European Union will hold emergency summit on 6th of March to discuss support for Ukraine. And on the other side, you have US directly talking to Russia, excluding European Union and Ukraine for that matter. So that tells you that we're not at the end of this conversation yet, and there are way too many factors, and that also has had some premium on prices. The other thing is about OPEC and allies, and all eyes on the March meeting, really, because we are looking at the street talking about withholding 5.8 million barrels per day production to support market. This has been happening for last 2 years now, and OPEC has been wanting to get some of this production back on road, but we have seen 5 postponements come back in sense of rolling off these production. Now, the next one comes in for the month of April, and we will know whether or not OPEC and allies are increasing production in the month of March. That is when that meeting will happen, telling us on what really can be expected in April. The other thing is that many of these OPEC members, whether it's Kazakhstan, Iraq, UAE and Nigeria, have been increasing capacity. So whether or not they will hold on to their agreed quotas that OPEC has allotted is yet another question mark that the street is looking at. And then you also are looking at higher production continuing from US. We already are looking at 13.1 million barrels per day coming in from US, and a record 13.6 is what the targets are for this year. So higher supplies from there as well. More importantly, it is going to be about tariffs, and Trump has reiterated that tariffs on Canada and Mexico will proceed as planned. Well, if that happens, then we are looking at some disruptions, some concerns in the global markets and inflation as well. And that in turn also seems to be supporting crude oil prices, at least at this point in time. What you would want to focus coming forward is the US personal consumer expenditure report that comes in on Friday. And then there are 9 speeches slated from the US Fed officials in this week itself. And that perhaps would tell you on where the economy, tariffs and interest rates are going. So that is yet another thing to watch out for.
All right, Manisha, thank you very much for that. That's commodities in focus. Well,